Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to crack open the word computer and look at the whole family of machines inside. We're talking everything from these invisible giants that kind of run our world to the device that's probably in your pocket right now. So let's just dive right in.
All right, quick question for you. When I say the word computer, what's the first thing that pops into your head? A laptop? Maybe a desktop tower? Your phone? Okay, hold on to that image, because we're about to see just how much bigger that picture really is. You know, the best way to wrap your head around this is to think about vehicles, right? You wouldn't use a little scooter to haul a couch, and you definitely wouldn't enter a giant semi-truck into a Formula One race. Every single vehicle has a specific job, and it is the exact same story with computers. So let's start at the top of the food chain. We're talking about the heavy hitters, these industrial-strength machines that are running massive systems completely behind the scenes without us ever seeing. First up is the supercomputer. And yeah, this is the absolute race car of the computing world. We're talking about machines that are purpose-built for just one thing: unbelievable, mind-boggling speed. They're designed to solve the most complex problems we can even imagine. So yeah, you're not going to find anyone browsing social media on one of these. Supercomputers are built to tackle huge, monumental challenges. I mean, think about forecasting the weather. That means simulating the entire atmosphere, with millions of variables changing every second. That is exactly the kind of problem that only a supercomputer can handle. And to put their power into perspective, we're talking trillions of calculations per second. A math problem that would literally take your laptop thousands of years to figure out. A supercomputer could knock it out in an afternoon. The scale is it's almost impossible to comprehend. Next up, we've got the mainframe. Now, if the supercomputer is the race car, the mainframe is the giant, super reliable semi-truck. It's not really built for that raw, single-minded speed. It's built for dependability and for handling just massive volumes of transactions. Think of it like the central nervous system for a huge organization. Mainframes are really the invisible workhorses of our everyday lives. Seriously. Every time you book a flight or use an ATM, or even when you get counted in the census, there's a mainframe in the background processing all that data with just unshakable reliability. But what truly sets them apart is their capacity for so many users at the same time. A single mainframe can process requests from thousands, even tens of thousands of people, all at the exact same moment. This is what makes things like global banking and airline reservations even possible. Okay, so next up in the family tree, we find the machine that really formed the bridge, the connection between these industrial giants and the computer that ended up on your desk. And that is the mini computer. Now, the name mini is, well, it's pretty funny today, right? But you have to remember, back in the 60s and 70s, when you compared it to the mainframes that took up entire rooms, these things really were mini. They perfectly filled a gap in the market. The mini computer found its sweet spot serving, not thousands of users, but dozens. It was the perfect, just right size for a single university department, or a factory floor, or maybe a smaller research lab. It could support anywhere from, say, 4 to about 200 people. But of course, technology never stands still. The mini computer's job was eventually taken over by a new kind of machine, the modern server. So it wasn't really a death, it was more of an evolution. You could say its DNA lives on in the powerful servers that run so much of the internet today. And all that progress, that evolution, it brings us to the true revolution, the category of computer that finally put processing power into the hands of individuals. And, well, it completely changed the world. And now we get to the one you know so well, the microcomputer. You probably just call it a personal computer, a PC. In fact, whatever device you're watching this on right now, it is a direct descendant of this very revolution. It's actually kind of amazing when you think about it. The classic desktop computer, a laptop, a tablet, and yep, even your smartphone, they aren't actually different types of computers. They're all just different forms of the exact same category, the microcomputer. The whole game changed because the design philosophy it flipped on its head. For the very first time, a computer wasn't built for a giant institution, it was built for one person. That single change, along with the fact that they got cheaper and cheaper, is what put computing in our homes, our schools, and our offices. Okay, we've gone through the whole family tree, from the biggest to the smallest. Let's zoom all the way back out now and just put this entire incredible journey into perspective. So, this is it. This is the absolutely staggering range of what we call a computer. On one end, you've got a machine that fills a room to serve a massive research institution, and on the other, a device that fits in your pocket to serve just you. From solving the mysteries of the universe to just organizing our daily lives, it's all computing.
So there you have it, a field guide to computers, from these room-sized giants all the way to pocket-sized gadgets. The evolution has been just astonishing, which really leaves us with one last question to chew on. What kind of computer comes next? Thanks for watching.